Hey, hi. So, I'm going to start this off by saying I greatly apologize for anything that might have gone wrong or that you guys didn't like about the previous video. I don't know what to say to that, just that I make mistakes, so I'm going to try to learn from them. I apologize for the audio. I have figured out a way to fix it. I also saw that some people weren't big fans of my disclaimer. I apologize for that, but no matter what, I'm not gonna remove it because inevitably I feel like no matter the video I am gonna say something that's gonna upset somebody. So I feel like I'm kind of forced to do that. And I heard people say that my videos are never relevant to what I talk about. Personally, I don't understand what they mean by that. I do think that my videos are relevant because somebody pointed out that the first half of my Super Shadow video was me saying we're going to be unlocking it, but then I just reviewed the skin at the end. That's only because I was going on a trip and I didn't have time. And we all know that I don't like to make my videos so long to where you guys have to watch me unlock the entire thing. Because, trust me, I don't think you guys would find entertainment in me unlocking Super Shadow. So, I cut to it, and then I just reviewed the skin for the rest, and kind of showed what you had to do. So, the whole thing on relevancy, I don't see the problem, but maybe there is a problem. Anyways, now to get on topic. So, a long time ago, well, not that long ago, but you guys probably remember this video where, I'm sorry that it's blurry, there's nothing I can do about that. But you guys remember where I made my video saying that Sonic Speed Simulator is broken and that I wanted GameFam to fix their game. Now, these two people had a little debate. He said that these are the problems with the game, and then we have this person who kind of, I guess, clapped back with his own list. So, I want to give my opinion and compare the two, what I think is true, what I think is not true, what I think is right, what is wrong. And please note that none of this is catering to one person or the other, because I'm going to be pointing out the pros and cons of both statements. So, we have this guy, where I asked him if he wanted me to do this, and he told me I should. So, you're lucky, I'm going to do this. Anyway, so he said that some of the problems with the game. He starts off by saying that the UGC is expensive when there are way better ones that are cheaper. UGC isn't a new thing, no offense, but he never claimed that UGC was a new thing, and it's not an SSS thing. Again, he didn't say that, he just said that it's expensive and that there's better options. So, in a way, I feel like that point's kind of a little dumb, but that's fine. He says, events are repetitive and so boring. I agree to that to an extent, to where some events genuinely kind of make me fall asleep a little because it feels like I'm just doing the same thing over and over. That's a little rude. He wasn't saying anything, but that's a little... Guys, please don't be rude. And even then, Sega kind of gives them a little bit of free will. Like, they're kind of allowed to do whatever they want. And Roblox limitations? Really? Okay. Limited skins just made the trading community much worse. And this person says that's true, but the economy before the update was already with rare skins, blah, 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 blah. Which, yeah, we already knew there was... I don't know about the economy part, but we already knew about that. But what he's trying to say is that limited skins genuinely kind of make the community worse, because then people aren't trading for actual skins, they just want limiteds and rare stuff instead of getting like skins that they genuinely want or enjoy. They just want to look cool, not have fun. The trading community loves to have overpayment for worthless things. I 100% agree with that. There are times where some people will sell like silver for like 12k when he's not even worth that. They love to overpay for rare items because they are rare. They won't sell limited knuckles or for a base song. Well, no, but What he's trying to say is that sometimes things that aren't worth that much, people try to really oversell for them, and it's weird. And then people overpay for this stuff. So, cool. I can't play Roblox on my iPhone without Roblox crashing or kicking me out of the game due to an insane amount of stuff in one place. Again, kind of rude, but it isn't really his fault that Roblox doesn't want to handle on his phone. That is kind of a game problem because depending on what hardware you're playing on, Roblox will slug, and if you're playing Speed Sim, there is too much stuff, and it will inevitably mess up the game. 6 gold eggs. He says that it was going to happen no matter what. It's a Roblox game. True, but not all Roblox games have microtransactions and gambling, so it was not inevitably going to happen. GameFam kind of chose for that to happen. But in a way, it's GameFam, so he's kind of true on the whole, no matter what it was going to happen. The 7th thing is the Season Pass is trash now, and he says it's not trash. It's alright in some ways, but really grindy for less rewards. So it is trash. No offense, but as the passes go on and on, I genuinely do agree and think they get worse. Solely because you had the Halloween pass, which was perfect. It was really hard to grind for everything, but it was perfect. The second pass, there were way less skins and rewards, and then they extended it right when the thing was about to end. And it was just, there was nothing in there that was really worth grinding for. And on top of that, the third one, our newest one, it's fine and all, but you're forced to do quests to get their rewards. Obviously, this was in the past, but my point still stands. I genuinely don't like that they removed tickets from Green Hill and the Hub World. I genuinely don't like that. Now, his 7th point was that, his 8th point was that they made the new silver event hard as ESP silver, which is stupid. And he says, no, they didn't. ESP silver was so much harder. He said as hard. But I do agree with that, as in, it was definitely less hard. ESP silver was much more harder. But they did randomly up Silver's difficulty, so in a way, they're both right. And the fact that Season Pass exists in the first place, it's annoying, but then again, it's a Roblox game and they need to make money of it somehow. But the issue about that is they were already making money from other things that weren't the Season Pass. Shoot, Golden Eggs came out before the pass. They were making money off of Golden Eggs. They already had ways of making money, so when you think about it, the Season Pass really, truly kind of did not need to exist. Next, we have, Tails doesn't have our rework yet Amy and Rouge do, and he, over here, says, on the official Sonic Speed Simulator Discord, I hate that Discord, one of the devs did a Q&A of one of the questions was about a Tails rework, and he said Tails does need a rework. How does that correlate with that? He's just saying, how come Tails doesn't have a rework yet? And that's just saying that a dev did say Tails needs a rework. That point's kind of bad. But then again, I do kind of think Tails needs a rework, and I'm happy that somebody at least acknowledges that he does need a rework. So both of them are kind of right there. We have almost pay to win. Less pay to win, more like pay to flex. P2F is what I call it. Because we got Mr. Thomas C10. He says that this game isn't pay to win. You're basically only paying for skins or a better pet. The only pay to win Game Pass is the magnet, but it can be replaced. True, but if you want to seem cool and get attention and even get really good stats, characters are pay to win. Depending on the stat, you're going to want it. Back when Chrome Sonic had his event stat, he was one of the best for the event stat. So you wanted to get him. And that is pay to win, in my personal opinion. Now, he says all the Sonic skins don't have the new model for some reason. And they have to rework every model, including his clothing, which they don't have time for. Yes, they do. They do definitely have the time for it because they now, especially with their non-consistent update schedule, I genuinely think they could have time to fix some things. However, I do think though some of Sonic's skins not having a new model yet work because like his adventure skins are meant to look kind of like plasticky and like I guess googly if you can say. So there's that. Now, he also then said that characters like Charmy, Big, and Vector barely have any other skins. I 100% agree. I do think Charmy needs more skins, especially a race suit. Charmy needs a race suit skin. Again, but they will get some every now and then. Every now and then. Charmy's been out for so long. He's been out since the beginning of 24. And yet, he only has one skin. He hasn't gotten another one. And he says the races are irrelevant now. Again, time. They don't add new races. They don't update it. He is 100% true on that. The only time you wanted to do races was for... I don't know which part, but for the Chained Up Werehog event, you kind of had to do races. But even then, you didn't enjoy them because there's nothing new. Leveling up takes forever now. Get better pets, trade or buy, upgrade. Yeah, but it takes a while to level up if you're new. If you are new to this game, the game is very overwhelming and not friendly to new players. That is a personal opinion, though. I could be wrong on that. The event stat isn't good anymore, and he says, I agree with you on this one. What is the point of adding it if they aren't going to use it? Especially with Super Shadow, where you wanted to use the event stat, but they disabled it. So the event stat was kind of useless, which makes me kind of depressing. Makes me sad. That's kind of stupid. The speed cap is literally so stupid, like there shouldn't even be a speed limit, where he says, one criticism of 1.0 is that people were going too fast, so 2.0 they added a speed cap. But why the specific number? I'm okay with 800, but like, in a weird way, I still kind of feel like people should be able to rank up and go as fast as they want. But then again, as he says, that does cause issues. So that is both true. I 100% agree with that. There shouldn't be a speed limit, but I completely understand why there is one. And he says, events take way too long, and no, I'm not lazy. Trust me, we all know, no one's lazy. Genuinely, if people say that this event's too long, it generally means it's harder too long. Also, please don't be rude. He said, yes, you are lazy, put some music on and do the task. That's what you do. But also, that's you, not him. Everybody does things differently. And plus, if, let's say somebody has ADHD, and they can't sit still or anything, how are they just going to sit there and do that? They're not going to want to. Trust me, he's not lazy, because I 100% agree. Some events were genuinely too long. And if music works for you, good for you, bro. The rest of Ring Store hasn't been updated. If they update the RSR store, the skins that they add will go down in value. That doesn't matter. The Red Star Ring Store is basically useless. I genuinely kind of wish that they updated it, because they used to, but they don't anymore. And the little last thing was, he said, issues I have with the game fam. I already talked about that in my videos, and why I do think that game fam is one of the biggest problems, but they're also not as big of an issue because they're slowly fixing themselves. Now, I don't have it on here, but I genuinely believe that he said game fam isn't the problem. Sometimes game fam is the problem. That's why it's kind of hard to, like, say that they aren't the problem. So, I just wanted to compare these two lists because I genuinely thought it was interesting how these are like basically two different point of views. So, I'm going to hold this here so you guys can read some of these. Now, I do have one more video in the works for today. I managed to get the audio to work, so the audio shouldn't be that bad. Again, please don't hate on me or be rude, because this isn't exactly easy. Now, if it's easy for some people, that's great, but for me, it's personally not easy, so I struggle. So I'd greatly appreciate it if people are patient and don't really, I guess, tell me what I should be doing. Because if I get, like, some tips or some hints, I genuinely will accept those. But if you're just straight up telling me, get rid of this and do this, then personally, I don't really appreciate that much, even if you are trying to help. So, it's still a learning process. I genuinely think my videos are relevant to what they talk about. But yeah, just so I don't drag this video on any longer, I just wanted to compare these two, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, please do not send hate to either of these guys if you disagree with anything they say. Bye.